We brought in some of the best and worst playlists that we've ever seen from Spotify and Apple Music. We're going to go through each one with you guys and actually give it a rating on our scale from bad to perfect. Let us know what your ratings would be in the comments and make sure to smash that like button before we get started. So let's get started with Rap Caviar, brother, all right? We have Spotify's one of their most popular playlists, definitely the most popular genre-focused playlist in the world.
It is.
And this has kind of been looked at as like the most mainstream NPC type of playlist where it's like the industry is just pumping so much money into getting their artists on here.
Well, it's kind of like the McDonald's of playlists, you know? Like,
Yeah.
if you want to get your generic music in your rotation, then this is definitely the location to go to. Not only that, but I mean, I've never woken up one morning and said, okay, let's spin some Rap Caviar.
I
Let's
think
see
it's
what
cool
get.
to get updated. Some people might want to be like, okay, let's see what came out last week. What were the biggest songs, yada, yada, yada. But it's like, if you're listening to this on a daily basis, you're just trying to fit in, bro. Like, you're that guy that gets your recommendations from the Billboard Hot 100 at a certain point. But let's go
Okay.
through this. So we have Fuck You Mean by Gunna, of course.
Oh.
Heaven on Earth, Tekka and Kodak. Decent. Fiend, Travis, Cardi.
That's a W.
Paint the Town Red, Doja. Turn Your Click Up with Future.
That's a big W. I feel like that's a really underrated track for this year. I love the instrumental throughout the track. Future has one of the best guest features of the year as well, so I think that's a W. If I could continue on with this on the Raider freestyle, I mean, just go watch the YouTube video and be done with it.
Yeah.
I don't know why you want this in a playlist,
Blood Moon, Uzi, and Mike Will. That was a cool Uzi performance. It was dynamic.
but nothing too crazy.
Nothing
Like not one
crazy.
of the best of the year for sure. not.
Cat Food by Lil Wayne. That was a bummer of a single, bro.
I'm not too big on the single as well. If I'm being honest,
Didn't like the hook whatsoever. What else do you have? I Know by Travis.
That's a
Or
big
You
W.
Went, Thug and Drake. 500 Pounds Tekka. Demons by Doja. Not for me. Deli by Ice Spice. Are you happy with that one?
Yeah, that's why. That's what I. You know,
Okay.
that's a song I sang on my happy birthday.
That's
you know?
true. That's true. Okay. I knew you'd say that. What about Put It on the Floor Again? Lado and Cardi B. Not really.
not for mine.
Ski.
No.
Sexy Red.
You know what? I heard it live and like the crowd was turned. We were at a show and we actually ended up hearing it live and I was like, I don't like this song, but hey, at least someone's bumping it. So
Yeah.
you got Peaches and Eggplants by Young Nudie and 21 Savage. Shout out to Young Nudie. He's been on an incredible run. Do I think that this is even the best song on this album? No. I would suggest going through the new Young Nudie album, excuse me.
Pull Up with 21 Savage mid-song. I'm not going to lie. And that's the thing for me. It's like, if you want to put mostly like bangers that are all hits and that are charting, whatever, that's fine. But at least make them be quality. Like, my biggest issue is that this is not a cohesive playlist, nor is it one that was actually taken seriously in terms of putting people onto quality.
I mean, listen, you have Pound Town 2 on here. So, I mean, if you want to hear Sexy Red and Nicki Minaj go at it, go ahead.
And you
It's
have
for
the fucking Barbie Girl remix from Nicki and Ice Spice, which was awful. I don't know how that's blowing up right now, but at the end of the day,
Whatever.
guys, if you're bumping this, it's an L. I'm sorry. I would give it as a rating probably mid, because there is some quality bangers. I'd go mid.
It's a bad playlist for
It's
me.
a bad playlist.
It's a bad playlist. Come on. It is a
Fuck
bad
it.
playlist.
Yeah, we're
bro,
gonna
it's a
go bad.
playlist.
We're gonna
Come
go
on.
bad with this playlist because of just everything it stands for. To be honest with you, but all right, let's go on to the next playlist that we have for today. And guys, we have some really interesting ones. This next one is gonna be the On God playlist that was actually submitted to us by a fan of ours called Swen Pai,
Shout out
and
to
he
you, Swen
actually
Pai.
gave us a trigger warning before starting. He said, "Please do not question the single I Show Speed song in there."
That's a red flag.
That's a red flag off the jump, bro.
Absolutely. But listen, guys, this is the way the On God playlist actually starts off. You have a full KSI album here. I mean, listen, wake up on your Sunday morning, get the coffee going, you're chilling, bro. You know, want to start your day off on a good note. Bump some KSI.
His music's unlistenable. Like, literally some of the worst rap music you can get your hands on.
You know, but he has a massive fan base. Like, there's a huge cult following around his music, which
Bro,
is pretty funny.
But my whole thing is, like, if you have I Show Speed and KSI, and I'm pretty sure there's some DDG on the playlist as well, like, are you really into the music, or are you fans of the creators, you know?
You know what? You could be fans of the creators and support them, but what's interesting about this as well, Lou, I want you to scroll down a bit. You have Other Side by Red Hot Chili Peppers here, out of nowhere, an iconic song, but I'm not sure if I want to be listening to KSI and then jump to some Anthony Kiedis vocals.
That's Jason Derulo, yeah. That's out of nowhere, right after Pop Star by Drake. Then you have some Quedeca, that's a W. But my biggest thing that I noticed when this playlist was submitted is that it's 2,000 songs and 130 hours. I'm sorry, bro. Like, you literally have full-length albums in here. What are we doing, bro? Like, this, we can't lie to ourselves. This is a music library. It's not a playlist. There's nobody that does this, at least that I know, that puts full-length albums in here.
I'm sure there's people.
Bro, there's
Ask the comment section. Guys, do you put your full-length albums in playlists just so you can hit shuffle and then get on something?
That's what the vibe is here. I have like 13 songs from Savage Mode 2. Like, what are we doing? And like, there's enough deception in the world. We don't have to lie to ourselves when it comes to creating playlists.
Shot the Swin Pie, though.
What's interesting, too, is that, like you were saying, you have like random... Red Hot Chili Pepper songs on here, or even like Billie Eilish songs. One of them I saw was Happier Than Ever, which, by the way, is an amazing soulful Billie Eilish song, but nonetheless, it doesn't make sense at all, bro.
So what's the rating?
It's a bad playlist.
This is another bad playlist.
Absolutely. Okay. We're not off to a good note, but next up we have worst songs by the best rappers. And this one actually comes to us from Peter Morales.
Shut up, Peter.
So let's see if we agree, bro. The first is Ratchet Happy Birthday by Drake. That's a W.
That's a W?
I agree.
I don't like that song whatsoever. I do think it's one of his worst. Lift Yourself by Kanye West. I agree. I do think it's his worst ever song, if I'm being honest. And
that's one of his hardest beats, though, ever.
I know,
but
that's the deception of that song. Imagine you would have gotten a full Drake verse with Kanye on that. It could have been one of their best ever collaborations, if not their best, and it just got wasted for poopity scoop. So no, absolutely not.
What is Weedem Boys doing here, though, by Wiz?
One of his best ever bangers. No, absolutely not. Empire State of Mind by Jay-Z. That's an anthem. No way, Peter. Red Light, Green Light by The Baby. This song is awful. This is
that SpongeBob ass beat going crazy in the background. Never catch me listening to that. Then you have At Me by Playboi Carti. One of the most forgettable singles I've ever listened to. Love by Kendrick as one of his worst? Fuck no.
Absolutely not.
Come on.
Damage off of Hendrix by Future. While I don't enjoy the track, I do think there is worse, but okay, that's maybe a bit valid.
Some of the biggest L's. Snow on the Bluff by J. Cole. His response to No Name. Absolutely love that on a lyrical basis. One of his best written tracks ever to me. Then you have Framed by Eminem. Like one of the only salvageable songs from that album. You could have picked anything else practically off a Revival to have made a better selection. So this is an hell of a playlist. Like, first of all, who's listening to a playlist that's filled with like quote unquote bad songs? And second of all, it's not even true to its title. These aren't the worst songs by the best rappers.
I would say maybe give it a mid rating because you have songs in here like a Framed, like a Snow on the Bluff, like a Go Legend. You have Love on here. Yeah. You have Empire State of Mind. You have Weed and Boys. Like, you have some salvageable stuff on here. So probably mid with this.
We're going to go mid with that one. But the next playlist that we have is actually 250 perfect songs. It's a mix of rap and R&B. And it actually comes to us from Tock's Music, who's actually a friend of ours in the community. Much love to you, Ja. And let's go through these. So we're starting off with Dreams and Nightmares, which for whatever dumb reason you don't think is a perfect song, right?
I know, but I could see it going into this playlist. I don't think it's a bad selection whatsoever. Devil in a New Dress, Sundress, Sacrifices, Let Go by Aaron May. There we go.
Sir.
That is a perfect song to me. Prom King by Saba, Nights, Pursuit of Happiness, 90210, From Time, Lou. Where do you see the flaws here?
Well, you're the one that said From Time and Dreams and Nightmares weren't perfect. So
I understand, but like I don't think you're going to find 250 perfect songs.
Let's keep on going, though. That's the thing, is that if you have Location, Dave and Burna Boy, that's not a perfect song. I'm sorry, bro. Like, the writing is super cheese from Dave. Like,
it's a massive hit, though. I can understand why I would make a playlist for a popular song, like, playlist on Spotify.
I don't know about that one,
Night
bro.
Job by Boz and J. Cole is actually a really nice recommendation for people. That's what I like about this playlist, too, is that, yes, he's going through popular artists' catalogs, but he's actually giving you good recommendations that may have flew under the radar for some people.
Yeah, also, if you scroll down a bit more, you have Hope by Jaden Smith. Sorry, that's not perfect. You have No One Knows Me Like the Piano by Sampha, which is one of Sampha's most beautiful and heart-wrenching songs. Keeping the scrolling going. Gravity by Brent Faiyaz. Love that one. You also have BB King Freestyle, Drake and Wayne. That, of course, is a W. You have some Chris Patrick in here. I'd love to see that. Put on a Smile, Silk Sonic. Honestly, for the most part, this is pretty damn good.
This is probably one of the best playlists we'll go through today, I'm being honest with you.
Ja has amazing curation skills. He is one of the best tastemakers in the community as well. Have to show him some love. Did a great fucking job, and that's why you have like over 100,000 people following him.
Oh, absolutely. Shout out to Ja. You've been doing something very special in the community. You're very close to the NFR community, so we love you, man. And I want to give him an amazing rating for today.
I want to go amazing. It's not perfect.
It's not perfect,
like the playlist
It's not-
is called, but
but-
you almost made it there, bro.
But listen, honestly, if you really want quality music, you could spin this through and you'll possibly get everything. So,
Big facts.
All right, so listen, this is gonna go to me now. I want to go to some Apple Music stuff. This is Rap Life 2022 on Apple Music, and I think that once you start to get into this playlist, right?
So what's the vibe of it? Let me know.
Okay, so basically, they took the most popular songs of 2022 and put them together for one big playlist.
Okay.
And automatically off the bat, the first song you get is Jimmy Cook's. I think that's a W
Fucking
for
banger. Of
it's
course.
a banger, you know.
You sound
lots of-
hesitant there, bro. Come on now.
but I wouldn't crack my top 10 songs of the year.
It's an ultra
but,
slap.
But okay, don't worry. It's good for a playlist. Then you get songs like Hotel Lobby with Quavo and Takeoff. I think that's a W. I think that was an anthem for 2022. Ambition for Cash by Key Glock. That's another anthem. Went crazy on TikTok. I think that's crazy.
FNF is overrated
No,
as
sir.
hell. I'm
That
sorry.
should not be there. Wait for You by Future. That's definitely not in conversations for me. Then after that, Too Easy off of Diaz Forever.
Oh, I like Too Easy a lot, bro.
I
The
don't-
remix
listen,
was heat too.
I'm
Roddy
not sure.
Slid.
Like I think if I'm not sure if 25K Jacket's on here, but I'd probably go over there. Then after that, you have Like Me Again. So that Future album was in massive rotation for people. After that, you get a random N95 placement. I think that's a W. You have Superhero with Metro Boomin, Future, and Chris Brown. That's maybe something you go through. I think one of the most overrated songs of the year, Never Sleep, with Nav and Lil Baby featuring Travis Scott. Super forgettable.
Yeah.
I didn't like it all that much. It hasn't aged. Oh, there you go. You got 25K Jacket. That's what.
And you got First Class by Jack Harlow right after.
There we go. And then you proceed to get California Breeze by Lil Baby. So listen, this is my verdict with this playlist. I'm going to scroll through it for you guys just a bit. You have the spin about you.
Oh
you
my
have,
God.
yeah, listen, this is my verdict with it. This is definitely not some of the best songs of the year. No Walkin' by Denzel Curry. There's some songs on here that shouldn't be here. Obviously, you have songs like Surround Sound and even Johnny P's Caddy that made it, but for the most part, just overrated stuff. And
Yeah.
how do you have a playlist with hot shit in there? That is literally one of the worst songs of the year. So
This is a bad playlist because the idea is to put you on to like the best music of 2022, and like there's only like maybe 3 or 4 that could even be in
you
conversation.
see, I'll go mid with this one because you do have the Johnny P's
No,
Caddies.
we gotta go
You have,
bad.
and then all of a sudden you have 30 by Nas. So I'm not sure
For
what
the
you're gonna
most
get there.
part, bro. Like it's a 75 song playlist. We got to go bad. Most
Yeah,
of
that's
it is
true.
bad. All right, so our third bad playlist, the next playlist that we have for you guys is actually going to be a TikTok 2023 playlist that has almost 200,000 people following it. Let's go through this because it's very interesting. Cruel Summer by Taylor Swift. All right. Paint the Town Red by Doja Cat.
I'm not a fan of that single whatsoever.
I'm not a fan of like all of the singles, to be honest with you, for this rollout. Really not my type of aesthetic, if I could put it that way. Then you have Calling, Metro Boomin, Sway Lee, Nav. I love this song, bro. This is one of the songs off the soundtrack that I really
I
fucked
know, but
with.
I'm not going to a movie soundtrack anymore. That's my thing. That's not in my rotation, if I'm being honest with you.
What It Is by Doechii. That's an absolute banger.
That's a
Love to
fantastic
see
song.
that going crazy on TikTok. Telekinesis off Utopia. How do you
That's
feel about that?
That's a W as well. I think that's really good. Then if you want to continue down this list, I mean, Unholy with Sam Smith.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I'm not playing that. Boy's a Liar Part 2. I mean, that's maybe the most pop song on here. That's actually fire. I'd be
Hey,
bumping
we're,
that.
we're fans of Boys a Liar
yeah,
Part 2,
I fuck
right?
with that. That's cool. All right, keep going. Lou.
Flowers by Miley Cyrus. Who hasn't gotten sick of that one by now? Fuck You Mean by Gunna, of course. See You Again by Tyler. All right. You got Smooth Operator by Sade. That's
I
a
mean,
W?
yeah, I think that's a W.
Does it make sense for like popping TikTok songs?
Well, it is because like I think the EDM and like Clubhouse version of this went crazy. But yes, I guess that's a W in my books because I'm a big fan of Sade. But for the most part, I don't think it has any place within an actual playlist. Legends by Juice WRLD. It's not too shabby. I mean, what do you want
I
from
guess. I'm surprised that's trending on TikTok right now. Sprinter, Dave, and Central C. This is one that we've seen in multiple playlists. How do you feel about that one?
I think it's a good song. I like it. I like both their verses, but it's a bit like you know
call
what the
it-
intention
yeah.
was with the song, you know. But shout out to them; they're
People
doing
are
great
calling
things.
it Song of the Summer. I don't know how. Then you have Mathematical Disrespect by Lil Mabu. That's an awful track. I don't know how that fucking blew up, to be honest with you. You got Too Many Nights by Don Toliver. Slapper, of course. Yeah, listen, at the end of the day, who's really getting their recs? Like, if you're a big music head, someone that really follows with the industry's most talented, keeps up tabs with their favorite artists, you don't got to rely on TikTok, bro, for your favorite songs and songs to add to
Okay,
rotation.
so what are we going
I
with
would
the-
go with... I You want to go mid with this?
Yeah, no.
We
I think
haven't been that positive today.
I know this is a bad playlist though.
All the
Low-key.
way bad.
I wouldn't recommend anyone to go through a TikTok playlist for their recommendations.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. We got to go bad again.
Okay, we're going to go bad.
The bad tier is running this fucking episode today, but the next playlist that we have, it's not going to get any better, apparently, because it's called Worst Rap Playlist of All Time.
Okay, so what do we got here? First of all, you start off with See You Again. Then you got Swimming Pools, No Role Models, R.I.P., Ain't It Funny by Danny Brown, Humble, EXO Tour Life, New Magic Wand. That is an incredible run of songs.
Bro, Talk by E, Day and Night. Where are the L's here? How is this the fucking worst playlist ever?
I guess maybe it's like a bait playlist where you want to see what the worst rap songs of all time are, and then you come in and it's just pure quality.
I think we got all Rick rolled on this one because you have All the Lights, you have All Right, you have Love Sosa, Praise the Lord. Oh, Cash In, Cash Out. Okay, we got a bad song on this playlist. Hallelujah. It actually stayed true to its word for one placement.
Why do you think people connected to that song? I know for you and I, we absolutely do not like this song just because it's not good, man. The hook is annoying. Not a big fan of the production. This is a dream collaboration in my eyes. Seeing 21 Savage, collaborate with the likes of Tyler and Pharrell, you'd think, wow, that's incredible.
I think that's just what it was, It was like that crazy PSG year where you had like fucking Mbappe, Neymar, Messi, Hakimi on the right, Donnarumma, and Nets. Like you had this crazy roster. Everyone has high expectations. They want to love the team, or in this case, the song. But it just doesn't actually work out.
Yeah, but then you start getting a bit basic with this. You get the bank account by 21 Savage. Maybe go to Savage Mode 2 if you want something better there.
Yeah.
Bust Down Roll the Avalanche with Kai Cenat and Emily Choppa. No way I'm bumping that.
But I'll be honest, at the end of the day, this is a good playlist, bro. Like me scrolling through this, I mean, you do have an Aesop Rock song, and I'm not his biggest supporter, even though he's very skilled lyrically. There's a lot of good music on here. I want to go good with this playlist.
I would go great with it, actually. Come on, there's a lot of
It's
crazy
just
shit on here,
It is a very manipulative playlist, you know what I mean? That's why I was kind of going down to good.
That could maybe bring an entertainment factor into the play,
true. We'll go great with the worst rap playlist of all time.
There we go.
All right, the next one that we have, funniest rap songs ever made. All right, let's start this off. Stir Fry by Migos. Not a funny song, just super annoying, bro.
It is pretty funny though. It's
a funny song.
It's a bit of a meme song,
Okay.
Blueberry Fago by Lil Mosey.
Oh, it's a slap.
No, are you serious?
Bro, listen.
That's not a slapper.
I'm not gonna tell
What's
you
going
that
on
I'm a
with
Fago stan, right? I'm a Mosey stan that supports all his music, but Blueberry Fago goes hard, bro. That should have. I'm sorry, bro.
What's wrong
the year
with
that came out, like that had my fucking had my ears on check, bro. Trust.
Go to the next song title.
You can't believe your ears. Mr. Clean by Young Gravy. That's pretty jokes. And honestly, Young Gravy, in terms of like comedic rap, one of the best guys to go to. Even looking at Betty and other tracks like that. Godzilla with Juice WRLD. I'm sorry, bro. Like who has this in any playlist, bro?
I've heard it a million
Like
different
this
times.
rap god, like in what point of my day do I want to hear Eminem rapping at like the speed of light just for fun?
That's very true.
When does that ever happen?
I Like It by Cardi B, Bad Bunny, and J Balvin. That just got over abused. I don't think that's funny. Rich Minion by Yeet. That was a massive meme song. That was a whole moment. Mom Baba by Sheck West. I mean, that's a massive banger. I'm not sure why that's funny.
Same for What's Poppin'. How is that funny?
Yeah,
Nice for What by Drake. Not funny.
Billie Eilish is Just Above It by Armani White. That's not really a funny song. It's a TikTok banger. But I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about this playlist because I'm coming in here and I want some comedy, right?
Dive in Jaleel. Jaleel could always get a good laugh while also making quality music.
Hacker by Death Grips. I mean, I'm not sure why that's here as well.
Poland by Lil Yachty. I get that for all the memes and whatnot.
But it's
Doja
fire.
by Central C is also here. Ric Flair Drip. Why? Rich Flex by Drake and 21. Yeah, you had the meme, but like when you listen to the song itself, it still fucking slaps. So I don't know if this is the best one. Like, where are the Fridays by Rebecca Blacks? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So this is my problem with this playlist, if I'm being specific with you. You're coming in here, you're not even getting quality because maybe that's what you want out of the playlist, but maybe you want comedy rap and you're only maybe getting like 3 to 4 songs out of this playlist. So
I go mid.
Yeah, it's a mid playlist. You're legitimately not getting anything, but at least you're getting something if you want like Ric Flair Drip. But,
yeah, absolutely. But let's go on. We have 2 more playlists to go through. This is going to be the hype playlist that was sent in by Nathaniel. All right, these songs better hype us the fuck up, bro. Like that's the
Let's see
vibe
what
here.
Nathaniel is getting
that's what
hyped
we
up
need.
to.
And again, an instant red flag. The DP is Lil Mosey.
All right.
We have to know that going in. And the first 8 tracks are Lil Mosey, but you know what? There's some Lil Mosey bangers on here. Paid Up goes hard. I actually really like Back At It with Lil Baby as well.
That's okay.
Hard hitting beat, fire verses. After you move out of
The Lil Mosey phase.
Yes.
What do you really get out of this?
Fine China, Future, and Juice World,
Not for me.
Hate the Other Side with Marshmello, that's not really hyping me up. Like, bro, you have like some slow songs on here.
Okay,
man.
but listen to this. Mannequin Challenge with Young Thug and Juice WRLD. That's a massive song. I love that track.
Yeah,
I
that-
remember
that-
one of
that's
my
a banger.
favorites off of So Much Fun.
Matt Hardy, 999, Trippy, and Juice. Okay, a big Juice fan in
That's
here.
a W.
What else do we have? Going through
1400
Pick Up the Phone.
Yes, okay, yeah, pick up the phone.
It's not
but
a
look,
hype song, though.
But look at this one. 1400 999 freestyle as well. That's a crazy hype song as
It
well.
is. It
I
is.
like that a lot.
But we're just getting repetitive. Like, we have like 3 Trippy and Juice songs on here.
And then then you get into the Travis Scott phase of it.
Pick Up the Phone, though, like I said, that's not a fucking hype song. Let's be real. The Scots for a hype playlist.
And not only that, but what I
really.
noticed about this playlist is that you've taken Astroworld and Birds and you've just kind of like intertwined them together. So I'm not sure what the curation idea was on that, if I'm being completely honest with you.
Yeah.
Then
I keep scrolling. I mean, you have a Blueface song on here. You have Kid Leroy. How is Kid Leroy's sad boy, like melodic auto crooning fitting in?
Maybe it gets the blood pumping for some people. You
If
never know.
that's what gets you to pump some iron. I
Okay,
mean, more power to you.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
This is what I have to say about the Hype Playlist 2.0, my friend. It's chalk. I would say it's
It is.
chalk.
Absolutely.
There's legitimately nothing exciting about this. Maybe you do have your songs, but there's only so much Rodeo and Astroworld and Juice WRLD I could go to before I get desensitized.
All right, another bad playlist, but the last playlist, I think it's an Apple
Yeah, you
Music
would go
one.
bad with it?
I'd go bad with it, absolutely.
Okay,
bro.
so this next one is an Apple Music playlist. Let me just load this up for you guys. And this one's very interesting because this comes to us. Hold on. It's just going to load up before I actually get into it.
See, Apple Music's a bit slower in the loading time
There we
than
go.
Spotify.
There we go.
Huh?
It's just the
There we
Wi-Fi. Don't
go.
worry. It's the Wi-Fi in the studio,
There's the
guys.
excuses.
This one is called Autumn, and it's actually Isaiah Rashad's playlist from Apple Music.
That's fire.
And this one's actually really cool because Isaiah is a fantastic curator. He also has a bunch of different playlists on Apple Music as well. And you have some great songs in here. Going Dummy by Future. I like the way this is starting off. Then going into Opinions by Baby Keem. I'm a fan of that song as well. Then you have Shattered Dreams by Earl. A Lot by 21 Savage. Then if you continue going down, Rolling Them Sevens by Nerd and Andre 3000. That's a fantastic track
Beautiful.
to me. Neighbors by J. Cole. So Isaiah is also diverse with what he's bringing into the sound curation for this
He's
one.
super diverse because you also got like old UGK songs in here. You have No Worries. Wow, bro. Old Tribe as well. Beautiful stuff.
Yeah, you have a lot of crazy stuff in here. Taking a Walk by Trippie Redd is massive for me as well. That's How You Feel by Drake, one of his most underrated songs, especially from the Scorpion era.
We got some L's though. We got a rerun by Quavo with Travis. I'm not a big fan of that one.
I'm okay. West Savannah by Outkast, though. Then you even have some Joji in here with Can't Get Over You. Fertilizer by Frank Ocean for the feels. Telephone by Erica Badu. That's a big one as well.
You find it a bit random though. That's my only thing. Like, do you find it like just loosely like, well, here's what I like, or do you feel like it fits to the autumn theme?
I could kind of see it fitting to the autumn theme, though. Like, let's say you're on a nice like drive, autumn leaves around you. This is all stuff that I feel like could also play great in the car. You know what I'm trying to
for
say?
sure.
And you're putting me onto a bunch of different like aesthetics on here. You also have The Blow with Currency, Freddie Gibbs, and The Alchemist. That's a fantastic track.
But there's clearly
Wild
some
Irish
summer
Rose-
songs on here, like ZZ or Tribe with J. Cole and Baz, you know?
Yeah, but I could see that doing well as well in the car. The Question by Mac Miller featuring Lil Wayne. I think, listen, the playlist is good. It's nothing too crazy, but what score are we going to give Isaiah Rashad?
I'd give it a great score, honestly. Like,
Yeah, it is a great
I do
playlist.
like his music taste, and I think that I could look at a lot of these songs and be like, oh, I could see how he maybe gained some inspiration from one of these Nerd songs or one of these Anderson .Paak songs, for example. So
That's very true.
pretty solid. To
So,
be honest
how do you
with
feel about the playlist today? How do you
I
feel
feel
about the playlist?
good,
Gabe?
bro. We got some really awful ones. We got some quality ones as well. But let us know, guys. Should we do this again? Which playlist should we bring in? And we actually dropped a link in our description to a lot of these playlists, if not all of them. So much love, as always, guys, for coming in. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our ratings. Much love. We'll catch you next time. Peace.